Hi, Douglas. Thank you for the time as always. Is this your first time fighting in Paris? And how are you experiencing your time in Paris thus far?
How's it going, man? No, not my first time here. First time fighting here. So far so good, man. Great weather. Had to walk around a little bit. In the city. Beautiful city. So, yeah, making the most of it is gonna be good.
So, what do you make of Costello Vansteenis? He is, of course, ranked. He used to be ranked even higher, but at least you can make your middleweight debut against a ranked opponent. What was your first reaction when Bellator offered you this fight?
I mean, you know me, man. I never say no. I needed a fight. They gave me him. I said yes. His game, man. He's very, explosive. He's hungry. He's a guy that wants to make his name. In this division, in this promotion. So he's just another tough, hungry fighter. You know what I mean? He's got great training partners. I know his game. I definitely got to be on top of my game. For this fight.
So in his last fight, Costello Vansteenis had a couple great leg kicks, which ultimately won him the fight in the second. You are, of course, notorious for your kicks as well. Douglas, do you think this is going to be a kicking party?
Well, we'll see. You never know until the fight starts. If I see it, I'm throwing. I know he's gonna throw the same thing. He throws a lot of kicks, a lot of punches. So it's definitely a fight that should be very explosive. Let's see how it's gonna go down. You know what I mean? I'm ready to throw down. So let's see.
You are in a big fight against a ranked opponent, but the most attention will go to you moving up in weight, Douglas. Did you wish that you maybe would have moved up a bit earlier? And the reason that I'm asking that is you did great in your middleweight title fight with Mousasi.
Yeah, I mean, in my whole career, I've always thought, middleweight would be the place for me. I've always struggled a lot, to make 170, to make the welterweight. And I think this is good. I feel good right now. I think, I don't think I ever bid the biggest middleweight. I'll bid on the smaller size, but at least feel healthier. That's what I want. The last time that I missed weight, man, I was like, man, this can't happen. You cannot miss weight. So I was very upset, with myself on that, on the last fight. So I think this is gonna be good. Like I said, I had a great camp. I was definitely feel a lot healthier. You know what I mean? I don't have to cut a ton of weight like I usually do. So I think it's gonna be good for me.
You look so much happier and healthier, Douglas. And did you bring your brother to Paris as well, Douglas? And is he already cooking something delicious for after the weighing?
You know it, man. You know it. He's always got the cooking skills. So he's here, and Jukan is here. So yeah, the whole team is here with me, man. We're gonna do this together as always.
I'm gonna be there on Friday, Douglas. Cannot wait to see you perform again. Good luck on fight night, sir.
Appreciate you, buddy. Thank you.
Dylan?
Hey, Douglas, thank you for the time, man. How was the training camp and how is everything leading up until this week and fight night in general?
How's it going, man? Man, it was good, man. Great training camp and healthier, eating a lot more, focusing just on training, instead of cutting the weight. So that'll be a huge help. You know what I mean? But I feel good, man. Mentally, physically, everything is on point. And just ready to, cut this, the weight that's left for tomorrow morning and then, go to war on Friday.
And last question for me, have you done any assessments on your opponent? And if so, what do you think of him as a fighter?
Yeah, I mean, I look, a few fights. I'm not a guy that, studies a lot of my opponents. I don't like to keep watching a lot of videos on them when I fight them. But I'm a little bit familiar with him. He's very, very aggressive, man. He's powerful, a big guy. You know what I mean? So, I did everything I could to get ready for him. The coaches study him more. We worked around, on what he's good at. And man, it's just another great, tough, hungry opponent. There's no easy fights. Never been an easy fight. So it's just another one of those.
Ken?
Hey, Lima. Kay Williams for Ken Chronicles Media. Your last 4 fights have resulted in some unfortunate losses. How do you approach your next fight not being distracted by those losses?
Man, for me, it's like I said, it's part of the game, man. We play a very tough sport, and everybody that I fight, everybody's good. I've been fighting the number 1, number 2 guys. always, I think the main thing is with myself, a lot of times, man, I stepped in there and didn't feel like myself. I don't know why. It's just, camp, everything was great, but it just didn't click, So that's the main thing I gotta, get ready for, man. Just be there, ready to fight. Forget about everything else. I'm not even thinking about those losses now. For me, it's in the past. I'm just looking forward to this fight, But the main thing is just to be on my A game, and that's what matters. That's what counts. That's when I perform the best.
And also, you talked a little bit about your diet and you being able to eat a lot more, being comfortable. Let's talk about your diet regimen leading up to this fight. What did you switch out? What did you add?
Oh man, like the diet's pretty much the same. I just can eat more. Of course, I stay away from the sweets, the fried stuff. I just eat healthy. Rice, beans, the regular meat, vegetables, but I'm able to input a lot more food, and that helps with the training camp. Because man, as much as we train, eating a little bit of food, that's hard. That's hard for me. That's hard for my body, and that's how sometimes I felt, cutting down to 170. But at middleweight, I don't have to think about that. I just can, train as hard as I can, eat, recover, and do it all over again. And that was the main difference for me. You know what I mean? At this middleweight training camp.
Best wishes on Friday.